It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 690.
What's happening, guys? What's going on? Happy Blame Monday.
Oh, yeah.
What do we want to blame today?
Oh, look.
Or you can
George's
blame
fault.
anyone. Anyone in the comments, they feel like blaming something on somebody else? Let us know.
Today, we are late. It's currently 4:17. We normally start the show at 4. You'll notice
I don't know what the hold-up was.
What was that, George?
Oh, no. I don't know what the hold-up was.
The hold-up was, I mean, you were doing your other work. You had some other work that you needed to get done. And so we have made some upgrades on the show. You'll notice that we had a couple of tech issues previously with sync. And so we've made some upgrades for Sevs, for TJ, and I did a handover of equipment
George.
with George. And so George should be running a beautifully crisp shot and everything should be fine. But he fucked it.
Yeah, and Lyndon's picked up on 97's, got it rocking a new camera angle,
yes.
which is nice.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've
even got. You can even see the purple. The purple LED.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of a little accentuated light. Isn't that such a nicer shot? I feel like it suits your skin tone so much better.
Well, I'm glad you like it. That's good.
You don't like
his
it?
rosy little cheeks.
No, I'm happy with it.
Okay.
It's great.
I like his rosy little cheeks.
How are you
very
feeling,
cute.
George? Out of 100, though, you're normally quite high. How are you feeling?
It's been a stressful 20 minutes. I'm at about a 40, I reckon. So tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow will be looking good.
Okay. All right, good.
Promise.
What's
Mate,
going
you
on,
always
TJ?
good. Don't worry about it. Thanks.
Oh, mate. I mean, I'm just having tech troubles of my own for this website that I wanted to read something to, but it's not happening. So, you know what? Fuck off Monday. It's no good. The internet's done. It's all done. No, I'm done.
It was all
Absolutely
going
done.
well. I mean, TJ, who do you provide tech support to anyone in your family?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I just get to take a back seat when you guys are around, which makes you guys think I'm absolutely useless with tech. But I actually know quite a bit. I reckon if the average person is at a 4, I'm at a 7.9, and you
in
cool
regards to
dudes are at
technical stuff.
Yeah. You guys are at 10.3.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, for my mum, definitely.
Do you blow up, or are you pretty? Like, do you stay pretty calm?
Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard because I just say to my mum now, go away and write down your problem, because a lot of it isn't actually a problem. It's just that you haven't worked out what you were wanting to ask me. And so then the blow up happens because it's lack of communication around. She just feels a certain way about something.
Mm-hmm.
What's
What's the last technical problem that you fixed?
Oh, God, I can't remember. She's asking me about YouTube stuff. I've been doing some YouTube things for her. She's got a meditation series that she sends out to all, her Gronk Squad, which are, women over the age of 50. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I've been helping her with that. Yeah. But, thinking, what's a subscriber? What do I do now? I've got subscribers. What do I do now?
Yeah,
that's not really
No, but it's good. I mean, it's amazing what she's doing. Like, the thing is that I understand that everyone's just doing their best. Like, George, before the show, you were just doing your best.
I did call you at about 3 saying, let's just do it tomorrow because, I don't think I've got time.
Yeah.
And then about 5 to 4, you're like, we can do this.
Well, I just felt like, you know what, like we can. I know. I just feel like I like to push things a little bit
now
further.
I'm disappointed.
Try and get it done. I am too.
Well,
because it always ends up the same way, which is like, look, I'll have to do it.
We have sad George.
Yeah.
Sad.
Slightly annoying.
Which I can't tell the difference between sad George and happy George.
That's true.
That's true.
He's always,
I'm always getting slammed when I join the call anyway. So
well, it's because you always don't have your headphones on, so we can hear ourselves. Sebs, have you fixed your internet at home for your family?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've got 2 like wireless access points, and they're working and people are getting Wi-Fi, but I'm getting a notification probably every half an hour saying that they've gone rogue.
Could you just turn off the notifications?
That's exactly what I've done.
Yeah.
So they're working. They appear to be working fine, but yeah, I think
it's like
all good now.
there was a guy who wrote for like a car like article. Like I remember what's it called when you do like in the newspaper, he had like a column, and someone was saying that they had an issue where there was some rubber stuff with their windows that wasn't properly sealed, so it was making a noise. And the suggestion of the guy was just to play music, so you couldn't hear it, which sort of seems like the same solution.
Russ Keys has had a shit
that.
start.
Why has Russ had a shit start?
Russ has had a shit start today. His front tire's been slashed.
What has he done?
Slashed.
Do you park like a
God,
moron or what?
That's slashed is pretty aggressive. Like I've had someone, I came out the front of my house. This is when I lived out the back of my personal training studio, and I walked over to my car. I'm like, got into it. And I was like, what the fuck is all this white powder? And then I was like, oh no, my front windscreen's smashed. And then I jump out and my whole car has been fingerprint dusted, and someone had been seen jumping on my windscreen. And it was nothing to do with me because he jumped on 3 other people's cars within the 100-meter radius. Some drunk guy had just been walking past, jumping on people's windscreens. It's so frustrating. What are you doing that for? You're like, they'd already been. They didn't notify me.
Wow.
I came out and my next door neighbour was out as well. And I was like, oh God, that's annoying.
You think
there's not much you can do?
You, surely.
Well, they wouldn't know.
If they're
like,
dusting
they could,
your car.
Do the police have your phone number? If they found your license, Mason, your L platers. If they found your L platers for your 20-year-old self, would they be able to look it up and find your mobile number?
Surely.
What's the access?
Well,
What
they
have you
could.
got?
Well, no. So what they would do? You could definitely from your rego, you could definitely get your house address, which is enough to go knock on the door, especially if it's right there.
Yeah, but it's a fair bit of work just for a smashed windscreen.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of work. I'm just trying to work out what would the police actually have when they type in Josh Janssen. What comes up?
Well,
Okay,
when I called them about the storage cage being broken into, they wanted to know if I'd called the police or filed an incident before, and I said no.
You said trick question.
No, well, the thing is because I didn't think I had, because everything I call 000, but it's not actually filing a report. But then we went through. They said, "Oh, you have. Can you just give me the address?" And so it took me like 2 minutes to figure out, because I've been to lived at so many places, and it was when I was 18, my car was broken into, but I'd completely forgotten about it.
I mean, it's a matter of privacy. Like the how much information the cops have. I don't know. I've never spoken to a cop to ask them what they could look up, and what they could find out about us. But what about the coronavirus tracking app that's going to be rolled out? How do we feel about this?
What's the deal?
Okay, Sevs, do you know much about this? Tech guy Sevs?
Yeah. Well, so what the plan is, I think. So Google and Apple have teamed up, and what they're doing is they're across all like Android and iOS phones. They're going to use Bluetooth when you're near another person's phone, and it'll send like a little key to them, so you can trace who you've been next to or near.
Okay.
And so then different countries like Australia is building their own app on top of that hooks into it, and so if you get the virus, then you can you can, what is it called? Contact trace back to who you've been in contact with. And so
if you go in and if you install it now, you don't have it, you get the coronavirus in 3 months, and then they, from the time maybe 2 weeks before you've shown symptoms, they can then track who's had it, contact them, tell them to isolate, so on and so forth. They want to get, ScoMo said he wants 40% of Australians to have this on their phone. Singapore only got 20% of people doing it. So
It was quite effective
I mean,
for Singapore, wasn't it?
Well, Singapore had some great success early days, but then it sort of something happened. They I think
Second
they just got a
album
bit
always
relaxed, a little bit relaxed, and then it came back, and yeah, they've sort of locked it down a bit harder now. But it's much smaller.
I think there's also
Singapore's very tiny compared to, as in the.
I think there's
landmass.
also
But there's a lot of
something
people.
where ScoMo said that they're going to make it compulsory, potentially.
Interesting.
Where I mean,
Because
this
he has to have
is-
that 40%. Otherwise, it's ineffective.
He's like this article's reading hoping. I mean, this is it. I heard yesterday from somebody saying that they're going to until they are requiring 40%. Like
I would
have to
download it. Like, does
before they-
anyone actually amongst us have an issue with downloading it?
I mean,
No.
to be honest,
I heard that
everyone.
Barnaby's not doing it. I heard that last night.
Barnaby Joyce.
Barnaby's like, nah, not doing it. I don't trust the government. Like, you are the government, mate.
He's the government. Yeah,
He
I mean,
said
So,
that.
TJ, would you do it?
yeah, I think I would. I think I would because I'm also the guy that pushes back on people who are like, nah, I want my privacy. It's like, mate, what do you got to hide? But I don't know how well that argument stands up if you start really looking at how the government have handled things previously. And
Well, if it can help people, it seems
Yeah.
ridiculous not to do it. It seems like this same type of behaviour is being like, nah, I want to be able to, I want freedom. I want to go and walk around.
yeah,
Yeah.
if it meant that we could get it, because they were saying that it's, mate, I'm sad, George. We won't be able to have beer at the pub until after winter at least. At least, we got
Yeah,
in a few
really?
before. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna they're saying pubs and restaurants are pretty far down the line as far as what's opened up first.
Doesn't it
Pretty
feel
sad.
a bit
Right.
different though now? Like I almost feel completely detached from everything that's happening.
Well, why is that?
I don't know. It wasn't until I watched that Global Citizen thing or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, like it's still happening. I think it's because I'm not consuming the news. And the other thing too is I think I've just become immune to, like, what, Sebs?
It's just immune to it.
Immune? No, definitely not immune.
Immune to what, Josh?
No, just to the numbers and stuff. Like it seems, don't you think it seems so foreign?
Yeah, I mean the chance
does?
of getting it at this point,
Like the
coronavirus,
actual
but-
coronavirus. Like actually,
For us.
yeah. Like,
'cause we've
do
done
you
such
do
a
you
good
have
job.
any? So other than your neighbour, George, do you know anyone that's had coronavirus?
Nah. No, I don't think so. I don't think I know
Oh.
anyone. Like I feel like Australia's done pretty well at flattening
Update.
the curve.
Oh,
Update.
okay, yeah.
My auntie's friend has died from it. It's quite sad.
Oh,
Older one.
shit.
My dad knew her, did some work at her house, some gardening stuff, and yeah, she passed away recently. Older woman, not to take away from it, but it's full on. I had and then at that moment I was like, oh fuck, now it's getting to the point where, yeah, last week a guy who got it, I know him well enough to give him a call, or friend of a friend, or next door neighbour. It's now that at that point it's like. And our cases are low. Think about the states.
If anyone that you and I know together dies, can you not tell me the news by saying update? Because it's sort of the way that you did it was,
Yeah.
it's sort of
Yeah, I won't update.
Slightly,
Update because
yeah.
I hadn't told you that yesterday. I found that out yesterday. But it's I mean, what about working again? Like, what about
nah.
this? Is the hard bit is. What does it look like to go? There's no going back to before, but there's a version of restarting, or a version of sort of, and that's why I think it's probably harder for people like you, Josh, who quite enjoys the isolation. Enjoy you're getting your sort of recharge from this show and then being at home, and so then. Just imagine
just
like
becomes
launching
your
back
job.
into doing lots of
what does it look like? Like
interacting.
I reckon I haven't been busier in a lot of ways. Like, so what is?
Yeah.
So we've just changed
which-
what the work is.
Yeah, and so then what you're saying is that it's not going to be the same, and you're not going to do what it was before.
Well,
Is
I think
that right?
that's
Like-
I think I think that like it's up for negotiation now what work is, and if you can create a new way of doing work. Yeah, I think that there's I think there's a bunch of things. Like I don't think it's going to be we go back and everything is the same as it used to be. I think that these things were always going to I think we were going to evolve into allowing working from home and all of that sort of stuff anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people have been saying that for quite some time, and this is that real, catapult into that, which it makes a lot of sense though. But then it's like, don't you think that the majority of businesses are going to approach it like it is like they are going back? Because if you're a big business that has a lease and has 50 people on site, that's usually there. All the agencies, all that agency style businesses, marketing agencies, sales forces, people that are out on the road speaking to people, like that shit is going to restart at some point as soon as legally they can. And so
there'll be
there is a lot of people.
There'll be in-person filming. That's obviously like the short doco style stuff is obviously something we'll still do, but I don't know if it's necessarily what is it if you were to pick what the things are going to change? What does that look like?
Oh, I mean, for me, I just think about what it will feel like being around a lot of other people. We haven't considered washing. I haven't considered at depth washing your hands like you do now. Like, think about all the germs we would have been encountering previously with our hygiene. Even if you have got it quite dialed in, it's still, now it's like the thought of being close to people, the thought of being in a sweaty nightclub, all these things. But we're in a bubble too, because there is probably people that don't give a shit. They're just ready to launch back into that. But I also think that I quite enjoy this. Like it means that I could be anywhere. Don't have to be in Bull End. I could be down the coast. Like I think the thing is, you are constantly thinking, I can't make money being in a different area, a different location, which to some degree, geography is a factor. But now, so it's like all the groundwork that you've put in previously, and now you can sort of take that step to be more remote than you have been. I quite like it. I'd like to live down the coast. Good internet.
Yeah, I think that part of it too is just the reframe of. I think the good thing is that it's forced us all to do the reframe, and because we've all done the reframe, it makes the individual decisions a lot easier. Because now, if you come up with that idea, it's not the most far-fetched thing. Whereas when you're in the office, it's a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, are we telling our real estate agent right now that we're not coming back? The lease is done? No, but what about a studio? What about a, high volume, like radio stations where they've got people coming through the doors constantly? It's a, revolving door. What does that look like?
But what if you look at like the lease of like 40 grand or whatever, including outgoings, how could you use the 40 grand in a better way? I feel like there's so many other ways that we could, like, you could spend 10 grand on each of our home studios, and then you've got that set up forever. Would that potentially be a better investment? Yeah,
definitely. I think it's there is something about. I mean, I feel for cinemas, dude. What the fuck are cinemas gonna do?
I'll still go to the movies.
Will you?
Yeah, I like it. Like, I think that.
If they open up 2 weeks, will you go? In 2 weeks' time, would you go?
In 2 weeks? No, probably not in 2 weeks.
And so that's the thing. It's when, and so that's the unknown, right? I only push on the time frame because I think I'd like to go, but then I'm like, when the fuck would I go? When? Yeah. What do I need to know for me to feel comfy to go and watch John Wick?
Yeah.
Actually, fucking John Wick comes out, I'm going. I don't care. Next week?
When is John Wick's next? When is it
John Wick 4, I think it's 2022 or definitely 2021, late 21, 22.
Shannon says so true, but what about with guests? Would still be cool for a central place to go and record with guests. Yeah. I mean, I think that was our whole hypothesis, Shannon, with the studio was you create this space that creative people can come in. You have the great guests. We're very close to like the CBD in Melbourne, but then if it is, I wonder how much more it brings. Like if we dial this in, like I think that we're bringing it closer and closer to a point where it wouldn't actually make a difference if we're in person or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think, for us, we had big plans of different type of bigger space. And so, all that kind of stuff you have to rethink it now. I don't have the thoughts about it yet. But, co-working spaces, I think, will still exist. There'll be places that you could set up a centralised studio that you could have as your own. Yeah. That isn't the commitment like what we have had in the past.
It could be a small studio space that's just like for George could be there, and there could also be like a booth or whatever. The only thing is, George, can you do the tech? Can you manage the tech element? I don't know if we've got an A-list celeb guest, and you're trying to work out how to turn the headphones on. Could be problematic.
Little nightmare.
Sam Harris sends a microphone to people. Really? He sends a microphone. Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Not a bad idea.
It's cheap now. It's like here's a present from me to you. I think when you've got zero money at the very beginning of anything,
that's a couple $100
the fear is very. But
then but if you're making 10 grand a show or whatever through ads,
plus his app, I think it changes everything. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was looking at house prices in Byron Bay yesterday. I think talking about down the coast, it's like you start looking a bit, and
how much were they?
Not that I have a deposit for a place, but you still kind of just look, mate. Byron Bay, Jesus Christ, $985,000 is the median house price. That is 35 grand higher than Sydney, which has a ridiculous housing price. What's going on, mate? Mate?
I would have thought it would have been more,
your mum's hit the jackpot. Lives in Byron. It's full on.
Tones and I started there. That's exciting. Do you like
Tones
and I?
She's from Victoria, though.
But she did her whole... you don't like Tones and I?
Cannot stand her.
Why? I think we've hit a nerve here.
Dance monkey.
What don't you like about...
No, it's annoying. I get it.
No, what don't you like about Tones and I?
Overplayed. Just her voice is a bit weird. She's... I don't know. She's just not my style, Josh.
Okay.
No, I get it.
Not for me.
No.
Okay. TJ, has your battery gone flat? Is that what's happened?
No, I just turned... Oh, sorry.
TJ, what are you doing?
I just turned off the camera in vMix, which I had never done before, or which I always do every time I get into the show.
What do you mean?
Just if you want to hide it, just click the button to the right of the microphone.
Yeah, it's new. The new system we're using, we're feeding the camera into vMix, which I usually turn it off.
Okay. It's played up with the sync a little bit. But George,
people
what
are
are
agreeing
you...
with me, by the way.
Really?
Tones and I. Yeah. Well,
people are agreeing. Well, Alex is. Yeah, Show Baker is.
Grace says George's tanty.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
I tried to listen to packages, whatever they're called, parcels.
Yeah, the one that you posted in the Facebook group, George.
Oh, parcels.
Yeah, not many lyrics.
What was your problem? Hey, it's a slow burn. No, you got to listen to the album. That was a different. This is a new studio album. Go and listen to the album. It's all lyrics.
Why didn't you paste in the album then? Why did you paste in the?
Because that one just got released like that day, and I thought it was cool.
Okay.
That was my song of the week.
George,
it was a newie.
If Tones and I was here right now, I've completely lost my sync, by the way. If Tones and I was here and you just had to give us some constructive feedback to up her game, that would mean that you would listen. What would you say to
her? I mean, I got to give it to her. She's done, she's gotten there from being a busker. But for me, so she must be doing something right. But from a bit of advice, just sing a bit more normal.
Sing a bit more normal.
Change your voice a bit.
No.
How much of it, like,
pronounce
is
your words properly.
Is it frustrating? How much of this is you just pushing back on popular culture?
Well, I mean, she was overplayed big time, so maybe that's
Overplayed
that
on
has
what?
something to do with it. On every single
Radio.
station and every
Spotify,
single TV
everything.
show.
Dude,
And so you listen to
Everything.
radio, do you? Like, what stations were you listening
Well,
to?
in
all
Ubers
this?
and stuff, it's on all the time.
So
Yeah,
George,
so everyone's
her song
agreeing with me,
nearly
by the way.
her song Dance Monkey nearly has 1 billion plays on YouTube. Last night I was on YouTube and I was just reading comments in songs. Like, even you go to like The Weekend, I Can't Feel My Face, and the
Is that
comments
the
are
song?
still coming through.
Or are you just
strong.
telling us you can't feel your face?
The
Yeah,
Weekend,
that's a
I
song.
Can't Feel My Face is a
Oh,
song.
okay.
It's had 1.4 billion streams or something.
You would have
Billion
heard it,
plays.
Josh.
Ridiculous.
You've sung
Yeah,
it before.
Yeah.
You suck.
But I've just jumped onto Tones and I because I think it's now a thing. where
I
people
got another
make
reason why
funny
I can't
comments.
stand her.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Here we go.
What is it?
The other reason why I can't is because of the name. Shocking name.
What?
Tones and
and
I,
I?
grammatically, it's not actually that correct.
So what should it be? Tones and me, or what?
That's more correct. Yeah, it is.
God, the
wouldn't say-
comments are quite
yeah.
normal on Tones and I's Dance Monkey. This is bizarre. I mean, George, I think you might be totally way off for this
Yeah, I
one.
think you've really missed the mark
Oh.
on this one.
Hey, it's not for me. It's fine.
I'm only
People
here
else- Other
to,
people can listen.
to find that comment. I
Sound-
hate this
but the
song.
way that
I
you're
still-
talking about it, we couldn't, like, you're not comfortable with anyone listening.
Well, no, you asked me if I liked her, and I said can't stand her.
Okay.
That's it. So
All right.
All right. Well, we'll name this episode "George Hates Tones and I."
Well, that's
Definitely
ruined
lead
that
with it.
chance of her coming on the show. She
Yeah.
didn't
she can
want-
come on. Nah, she can come
But
on.
you just can't be there.
Any other celebrities you don't like, George?
I have to think about that one. Don't know. Can't think off the top of my head.
Okay. What about if we were to have like a segment like George's cancels? Like, you were to cancel someone every week. If you were to cancel
Do you like Will
one person-
Smith?
Yeah, I like Will Smith. I got nothing against Will
Okay.
Smith.
George Clooney?
Yeah, he's good.
Madonna?
Nothing against her.
You were delayed. I feel like you got an issue with women. Do you have an issue with women, George?
No.
Missy
Who
Higgins.
don't I like? Yeah, I like Missy Higgins.
Yeah. Now Madonna can
Can't
be
think-
questionable.
I'll
She's
think
done
about it.
some weird shit at the moment. Just her in a bathtub.
And so that's what it seems like you
Yeah,
have the issue
Shannon,
with. These,
Shannon says, I've never said I don't like her as a person. I just can't stand the music. She's probably a great chick, and
Who?
she's done well
Tones
for
and
herself
I?
in her career. Tones and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
any
personal taste.
Yep.
okay.
I guess if you're at the top, you can be up for criticism. Not
Yeah.
just take it on board. I'm sure she's doing fine, mate.
I'm in the arena, so I'm
sure
allowed
she's
to.
doing fine. What? Because of your hump day replays?
No, he's definitely not in the arena. There's no spotlight on you right now, George.
If anything, your shot is almost
So dark,
completely black.
It's a nightmare. It's really put me off, to be honest. It was like really hard to concentrate with your shit shot. We spent so much time. We didn't even get a chance to do the VIP Gronk stuff. Like, we
WhatsApp.
haven't set up any of the
Yeah.
WhatsApp stuff. We still need to do that.
Yeah,
But,
we're getting there.
anyway.
We're getting there.
It's a
Tomorrow.
good show in the morning,
we've
though,
got,
wasn't it? Yesterday, the morning show.
This morning was good.
An hour 25. How good's that?
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
Happy
Do you like
Monday,
Kyle
everyone.
Sanderlands? Just last one, George.
No, don't like Carl Sanderlands.
Okay. All right.
Jackie O.
Oh, Andrew Bolt.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's an obvious one, isn't it?
Don't like him.
Yeah.
Don't like him at all.
Did you watch
And,
the interview with George
and-
Pell? What did you think of that?
No, I haven't watched it. No, haven't watched it. Also, that other guy, Sam Newman. Don't
Ah.
like him.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
Sam
don't like
Newman's
Sam
a
Newman
tool
either.
bag,
But
isn't it?
So-
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like TJ's got a soft spot for Sam Newman.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
Really? So you
Not at
agree
all.
on
Do you-
the Sam Newman thing?
Oh,
What about
absolutely
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I like
I
Owen
love
Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Great.
Think about like these uber famous people that we're talking about. You hardly hear from them. You know, you don't really know what's going on in Brad Pitt's mind. Tom Cruise. Actually,
Yeah,
Tom
true.
Cruise is on the couch. What do you like? What about Tom Cruise? What do you think about Tom?
Yeah, I like Tom. I like Tom. I'm trying
Oprah,
to think of this. Yeah, she's
powerful
good.
woman you wouldn't
She's
like.
fine.
She's fine.
Who's the?
You're more of a Dr. Oz guy.
I love Oprah. I love Oprah. There's an actor, I can't think
Mate,
of his name, but that would be a controversial one. I reckon you guys wouldn't agree with me on that one. I'll have to
Who is
think of
he?
his name.
Wouldn't like him.
Ruffalo.
Go, George.
I don't
Mark
know who
Ruffalo.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he's
Mark
great.
Ruffalo.
I like Mark Ruffalo.
Nah.
Yeah, the
Hulk,
Hulk. He's good.
sick.
I don't.
What's wrong with him?
Nah, I don't like him.
Really?
Shit
Why?
actor.
What about Alec Baldwin? Do you like Alec?
Yeah, I like Alec.
Shit actor.
Okay.
I think it's Alec.
Can we get a comprehensive list in a spreadsheet, and all it says is their name. I like them. I don't like them.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
like
got a tick.
Yeah.
Queen Gronk's perfume spreadsheet. What
Yeah.
about Amy
Yeah.
Schumer?
Oh yeah, I love Amy Schumer. I think she's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who? Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, I love Rebel Wilson as well.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
She's awesome. Yeah, nothing against
What is it? Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, I love Melissa McCarthy. See, I love most people,
One of the
guys.
other comedians.
And I don't not
Yeah.
like Mark Ruffalo. I just think
Didn't you
he's
say that Ruffalo
shit,
guy I don't
he's a
like?
bit of a he's a shit actor.
Well, I mean,
IMO.
to be fair, Chris Hemsworth isn't a great actor either.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits
That's
home for
Oh, he's
George
he's,
from
I reckon He's a
Byron.
good actor.
Oh, see, look at the Byron boys are just backing each other up. Very cute.
Anyway,
Russ
this is-
says
this is- everyone's
Sam's
loving
going
this.
viral ranting about not being able to play golf. Grace says, aren't the golf courses open?
And
One
Alex
near my
says, no,
house
the
is.
golf courses aren't open.
Okay. What's an activity
yeah.
that we could all
Sure.
do together, the four of us, when things are open? Go-karting?
10-pin bowling.
Any any that we can think of, because they're all
What
closed
about
right
tennis? Can we do tennis? I could get around
Bouldering?
Oh
tennis.
yeah.
No, not bouldering.
now. We could do like rock climbing. We
Yeah.
could do go karting. All
Yeah,
these that'd be
go-karting's
great. Like
good
a
fun.
go karting's great.
Hang
laser
on.
force.
Maybe in WA.
Here we go.
Grace has asked for the for the exclusive that the golf courses are still open in the golf
WA.
courses are open in WA.
Oh,
Robert
geez.
says
But
it's
not
closed in
Victoria.
Victoria only. So there we go.
There you
And
go.
we're putting the exclusive just in case Ben Fordham uses a grab from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It came from the Daily Talk Show, and I hope we get a credit. Thank you. Thank you.
Great.
Just trying to think of
All
other
right, guys.
names at George, people at George. Tom Hanks.
Oh, hang on. Okay, Matt Damon.
Love Tom Hanks. Love Matt Damon.
What about
Yeah.
the
Ryan
guy
Reynolds.
Excellent.
that's got sort of the twang that has his shirt off a lot?
Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Yeah, McConaughey.
Brad Pitt.
McConaughey's
Yeah, I
great.
like McConaughey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love McConaughey.
Yeah.
Him on
What a-
Instagram is the best thing.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I mean, yeah. I don't. Yeah, same.
Not
I don't
like her.
follow
I
her
don't-
stuff that closely.
I tell you what,
I'm
if you,
sure
I
she's-
mean, Gwen gets a lot of shit. I think.
With
If you've
Goop.
just watched Iron Man, I quite like her. I think she's great.
Yeah.
But that's a
Mhm.
character, right? She
Mm.
plays a great character in
Mhm.
Iron Man. Anyway,
All
All right,
let's
guys.
just do. I just want to do a quick.
Oh.
fast round. Hang on.
Grace was the exclusive. The Run the Banner wasn't for the WA thing. It was for not liking Chris Hemsworth's acting, which is quite funny.
This is the problem with the crossovers. This is it's a bit of a nightmare. I just let's do Mila Kunis,
Love her.
Emma Watson,
Love her.
Julia Roberts,
70%.
What's your issue with Julia?
I don't know.
What's the 30?
I don't know. Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Nicole Kidman.
I just don't like. 70.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
actually
probably
80,
the same.
80%.
Nah,
Jennifer
same.
Aniston?
80%. Jennifer Aniston. Yes.
Yeah,
80.
she's great.
Reese
what
Witherspoon.
about
she's good. I actually love Reese Witherspoon.
Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt.
She's
Remind
great.
me?
Is that the? Is
She's she
is
did
she
the quiet
dating the
a
guy
quiet
from
place
The
and John
Office?
Krasinski. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason I don't know any actors
she's
or
cool.
celebrities,
She's
but I
great.
know that the connection because I watched the video. Like, there's the Good News. Have you seen the Office guys doing that Good News show?
Oh yeah.
He did a prom.
Oh really? Oh, was
After
that
we
him?
did our formal. Yeah.
Oh, that's upsetting.
It's the good. What is it? The Good News Network or something like that.
I hear to finish it off. This is a big one. Helen Mirren.
Can't even picture her, to be honest.
The only reason I know
Bond
it, I've
films?
just googled. But no, Brie loves Helen.
Helen Mirren's great. She's great.
I know she's
Ah,
on the
yeah.
Bond film. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, that's
Yeah,
who's
she's good.
who's
Yeah, I'm thinking someone else.
she's a legend.
who's the lady in the Bond films?
Yeah, it's not her. One last thing. A movie, Edge of Tomorrow,
Oh, great movie.
with Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise. Have you seen it?
Great,
Am I sa-
great movie.
I haven't seen it. I don't
I
really
think you'll
like
like
that
it.
sort of kind of
Watch it.
action-y, sci-fi
Yeah,
kind
but-
of stuff.
Yeah, I think the premise is strong enough, and it's even I think you'll be able to see past the sci-fi.
Oh,
So,
actually,
Two great actors.
do they go into that dome thing? No,
You talking about Hunger Games?
no. I think I'm thinking of a different movie.
Judi Dench is the
yeah,
person in Bond. She's great.
So Oliver says,
Yeah, right.
97. This is in the chat. 97 is as hot as I thought. But Tommy and Josh got the stuff.
Got the stuff.
What does got the stuff mean? And what does Oliver
Thanks,
think
Oliver.
of George?
Yeah.
Got the stuff. Are they just referring to my books?
I think
No.
maybe you guys are the full package.
So,
What does that mean?
but if they're saying that, if Oliver's saying that Sevs is hot, we don't have to.
Sevs is hot.
No, we
We're
have
a
to wait
couple of
till
blind
he
out.
does.
But you've
you know.
you've got the stuff. What does that mean? If you've got the stuff, yeah.
I'd rather be called hot than you've got the
Have
stuff.
the stuff.
'cause you're like,
Yeah,
what
I don't
stuff?
need stuff.
What kind of
Yeah.
stuff?
I'm a
Have I got
minimalist.
stuffing?
You're minimalist.
Yeah, I don't need stuff. I want to be hot.
Still time, baby. You're young. 29.
Yeah. I might be a
29.
hot 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Why not?
grey hair
Why not?
or bald? You'd be bald.
Give us a smile. Give us your hot smile.
All right, you guys are outrageous.
What's the plot?
Why did you switch
Alright.
to George? Was that just
Yeah,
accidental?
it was a mistake. It's been a long day.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Thanks for joining us in the comments. Thanks for listening to the show. How can people sign up to be a part of the WhatsApp VIP Gronks group?
I
Mason?
have to go to. No, sorry, I'm cutting Mason off because I'll be managing
Do you
the
wanna do it?
VIP
Like,
Gronks
will
going
you?
forward. Yeah,
Will you?
I'm the head of VIP.
I believe it's
yeah.
my phone number that it's attached to.
Will it be?
Oh, really?
Well, at the moment, yeah. Well, I just
What do you mean at
That's
the
the
moment?
account.
You didn't even download the fucking app
no, I have it. I've created the account. I've done more than what you've
on the
done. You haven't
WhatsApp
done
business. Are you using the business one?
anything. Yeah, I've done it.
When did you do that?
Just before the episode.
Okay, so you tried to use. I see it's a power grab. You want to use your phone number?
We can do what you want. We don't have to use my phone. We can use your phone number if you
No,
want.
all right, we'll use your phone number. So you're fine with it being open?
Sure. Yeah. That's okay.
So what's your phone
can just
number?
0435 271 409.
Okay, good.
Oh jeez.
All right.
And so
It's okay.
if you want to be a
I can't
VIP,
wait
Gronk,
Oliver,
go to
send him a text.
thedailytalkshow.com
Text.
/Gronks and you can sign up there. Grace
Love it.
says, yeah,
Jem,
giving
what
his
is-
number out to everyone now. Yeah.
Great, yeah. Oh, Sean Mendes. Okay, great. Jem just said I stand by what I said when I met Sevs. Sean Mendes vibes.
But less
Also,
talented.
Oliver replied.
Let's tell into.
Oliver said, just got surprised by the close-up of Josh's face and didn't want to discount Tommy, that's all. And then about a second later said, okay, I've made my mind up. Which I'm assuming was from your smiley tongue face, Josh.
So is that good, do you think? Was that good?
I think he likes you. Yeah.
Really?
Still no mention of me, that's fine.
It's your lighting.
Give us the tongue, Josh.
No, give us the tongue, George.
George.
Can you do the... I can't tell you're doing it, George. Are you doing it?
That's
tongue?
cute.
You doing
Where's
it,
the
George?
tongue?
Oh, is that a tongue joke? I was doing it.
No, you weren't.
Where?
I
His
can't
tongue's
see
so
that.
small.
No, do the tongue. Where is it?
I can't see it.
It's ridiculous.
Alrighty, we've lost the plot. All right. It's a Daily Talk Show. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good one.